Hey guys, what is going on? We got some stuff to talk about because Will Smith just smacked the shit out of Chris Rock during the Oscars. I got my glasses on, so y'all know I was really relaxing, trying to just watch the show. But I wasn't. But this we have to talk about this because I feel like I don't blame Will Smith at all. What's going on, Cardi B? Hold on, look. I'm trying to get all myself together. I am in shambles right now. Will Smith, listen, let's get into it. Let me go ahead and take care of my business. Let's get into the show. If you want to join my tribe, please on my site, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Make sure you turn them on also. You can notify every time I go live. Comment in the chat. Make sure you guys comment in the comment section. Even if you're in the chat, comment in the comment section, please, so we can stay in the algorithm. Let's go ahead and play the intro. Let's get into this topic because, y'all, this is a mess. So let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Everyone that get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, y'all, we are back. Okay, what's going on, Cardi B? Avalon, what's going on? Marva CB, what's going on? What's up, friend? I just seen it. I left my ass off. What's going on? I wasn't trying to watch it, Cardi. I wasn't trying to even watch it either, but I accidentally seen it. People might say Will was wrong. I'm so upset with him. Nora said, "Hey, so I saw it's crazy." Tony, what's going on? And Kaylee, what's going on? So damn inside. Okay, listen, y'all. So I'm gonna read what TMZ posted because I want to make sure. I know some of you guys did not watch it, so let's read what they have posted and let's talk about it for real because I want to see how you guys feel about this. I see that the comments are going a little fast today, so let's read it first. Okay, so Will Smith seems to have some people in his corner, including Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry, who were seen comforting him after the show went to break. During the commercial break, Will Smith is pulled aside and comforted by Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry, who motioned for him to brush it off. Will appears to wipe his tears from his eyes, and this keep that in mind. He was crying. Sits back down with Jada, with Denzel comforting Jada, and Will replies by his side. The two actors could be seen chatting to Will Smith off the side, and they eventually led him back to his table where he was embraced by someone else. Will is said to have been apparently wiping tears from his eyes. It is unclear if he'll be allowed to stay for the rest of his show. Now, shout out Will Smith because he did win his award. Now, in a true shocking moment, Will Smith just smacked Chris Rock in the face after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith in the Oscars. So let's play this. Let's see if we can play it. I'm gonna put it on mute so you guys want to be able to hear what he's saying, but let's play the clip because I don't want them to flag me. But let's play the clip. Hold on, y'all, because now they're doing this one. I have two different ones, so let's play both of them. Like I said, I'm gonna put it on mute. Okay, that's Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. Okay, let's rewind it so you guys, if you did not see it, let's rewind it again so you guys can see it. Bam. Okay. All right, so let's finish reading the article real quick. I'm gonna get to y'all's comments in a minute. It says, in true shocking moment, Will Smith just smacked Chris Rock in the face after a comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith at the Oscars. Chris was up on stage Sunday pressing, and shout out to TMZ for this article. This is where I'm getting it from. Chris was up on stage Sunday presenting for Best Documentary, but before he started naming nominees, he was firing all zingers to the crowd and eventually landed on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Chris made a comment about Jada's shaved head, saying he couldn't wait to see G.I. Jane 2, which got some groans from the crowd, to which he just sort of shrugged it off. Chris didn't think he crossed a line, but Will clearly did because he's stormed on the stage and literally socked the dude in the face. A stern rock exclaimed, "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." The American broadcast on ABC muted the even froze, but in other countries it continued, and Will shouted, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth," twice to Chris. Chris eventually gained his composure again and carried on with handing out the Oscar, but the room was left with tense with a sense of unease. Now, y'all know that Jada has been public about her alopecia diagnosis for a good while, documenting her struggle with her hair loss. So, as of now, well, that's what they say. As of now, Will and Jada are still sitting in the crowd. How do you guys feel about this? I'm gonna play the other clip too because there's another one from a different angle. I think it was from my television. I'm gonna use this one too. And see, Will is laughing right now.
Can't wait to see it. All right.
Okay. And I want to freeze it. Look at Jada Pinkett's face. Look at her face. She's not really pleased about this at all. Like, she's not pleased at this joke. Okay.
I'm out here. Richard.
Look, here go Will Smith. Bam. Okay. Bam. To me, I feel like protect all black women at all costs. That is his wife. I'm gonna scroll up from some of y'all's comments. I'm gonna drop the link too in a minute, but let me scroll back up. Um, let's see. So what happened? Chris said something about Miss Hair. He was talking about G.I. Jane. You know, G.I. Jane doesn't have any hair in her hair. So we know what's going on here. Mimi Twin, what's going on? Team Will, Chris knew Jada suffered from alopecia, and the joke was in bad taste. I so agree with this. I definitely agree with it. Let me drop my link too, because I would like to hear what you guys have to say about this. Do I feel wrong? Do you like? How do you guys feel about this? So let's drop this link. Let's get into it. All right, so there's the link. Cindy, see what's going on. He's human and very emotional. Give him a break. I agree with you, Cindy. I agree with you. I agree with you. What's going on? Just simply, I didn't see. Okay, let me take this down because it's in my way. I didn't see it. I went on YouTube and Gabor was live. I didn't know if it was a joke, but nope, it's real. It's very, very real. I didn't know Gabor was live. I did see that Sherelle was live. I didn't know Gabor was live. This wasn't the first time Chris made a joke about it, and that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like this has been coming. I feel like this has been coming. Pink Diamond said Will and Jada were the butts of many of jokes. I think because of the alopecia, this is very sensitive. This is not a joking matter. We're not making jokes about Jada Pinkett. I'm gonna scroll all the way down, y'all. So if y'all making comments, I'm so sorry I missed them, but I want to go down because I can't keep up with everything. Do we really know that though? We don't know that. We do not know that. But what I do know is that if my wife has alopecia, you're making jokes about, G.I. Jane. We know G.I. Jane has no hair on her head. It's very sensitive. And I don't care what it was, whether it was cancer, whatever my wife had, I'm with Will Smith. I ride with him all the way. Kylie said we can all speculate. Yes, we can. I said, Will should be ashamed. He represents us. This was a black eye to black people. I don't feel bad for what he did though. Jada don't need to wear a wig. She's free to wear her hair how she wants. I so agree, Cotty. I agree. Was it real or fake? No, that was real. Will was crying in the audience. He was really crying. Tyler Perry and I forgot who else. Oh, Denzel Washington comforted him. So this was real. This was real. And if you guys were watching, like, please go ahead and click the link. Come up. Let's talk about this. Cindy says it was real. Hair loss is sensitive. He was wrong. Okay. Pam said Chris Rock was wrong and Will Smith will be okay. I think he'll be okay too. Kylie said, grow some thicker skin. You are a rich AF and can address this later, but to slap someone publicly is entitled. I can see where you're coming from, but I feel like if it's my wife or it's like, me being gay with my partner, like, no, all bets are off. Like, I'm standing up for my partner, and I don't feel like Will didn't do anything wrong. I feel like he did. He protect all black women at all costs for me. I feel like that, and I feel like he did what was right. Kevin said, I mean, I saw it on YouTube, but I couldn't believe it. It was very real. Will walked up very smoothly. I mean, even Chris saw him walking up on that stage. He saw him. I don't know if that Chris knew he was going to smack him, but when that hand was laid on Chris's face, honestly, I don't blame Will Smith. Justly said, I have to disagree with Kylie. Everyone has their breaking point, regardless of how much money they make. And you don't know what they go through with her having alopecia, and what the doctor's appointments are like. You don't know what it's like for him to like just trying to manage it as a husband for his wife to be going through this. Like I feel like, listen, you cannot judge no man for standing for his wife. Period. Absolutely not. You cannot. What's going on, Connie?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going? How do you feel about this?
Well, from what I'm gathering, I mean, Jada apparently has alopecia. Could have something else we don't know. Like celebrities may not always tell you what's going on with them.
Absolutely.
But for people to be like, oh, well, she needs to put a wig on her head or something, like, so now we doing that.
Right. I didn't even see that
black
people
woman
said
can
that.
wear her hair any way that she pleases. That's what we doing?
Right. And even if she decided to rock her hair like it is, because to me, it's like, what if she has cancer? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We know that they are not always open about their things they have going on because they are celebrities. Will's anger was it was a lot. And I think that as a husband protecting his wife, because this is not a joke, like she really has something going on here. I'm riding Will Smith 10 toes down with this. I'm smacking Chris Rock with, I mean, my hand should have been behind his because I feel like he did the right thing.
Well, shoot, we know I'm prepared to fight in anything.
I know. Okay.
I didn't see. I mean, it is what it is. I always live by the philosophy: talk shit, get hit.
Right. Anthony said, question, if a white comedian made the joke, what Will has slapped him? I don't really give a damn, honestly. If it was white, black, purple, green, yellow, or whatever color they were, his wife she's sick. So it doesn't matter what color this person is. I don't care if Will wouldn't. I think that there was probably some kind of, we have worked in this industry for a long time when it comes to Chris Rock. And you're making jokes about my wife's hair, and she's going through a sickness. Who knows whether Chris Rock knows what if there's a real issue behind alopecia? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't feel like I'm judging what Will Smith did at all because that's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is my girl. What's going on, CDC?
What's up, SoDeb? What's up, everybody?
What is
okay.
How do you feel about this?
You know what? Okay. I'm gonna. I have a handful of things to say. The first thing is, I am so proud of him. He deserved that win. After his many years in this business, not only in music but also just for his acting ability, I felt like he should have won for Muhammad Ali, for the Muhammad Ali biopic. But whatever. That being said, I'm so sad that it was marred by the joke and then him taking action for his wife. And we don't see that enough. And I do have so much sympathy that unfortunately, it happened when his win happened, you know.
So much.
But I will say also that
Hold on,
he
Cindy. Kali, hold on,
when
Kali.
his win
Hold
happened.
on, real quick. Cindy, hold on.
But I will.
Hold on, Cindy, real quick. Kali, turn the live off because we can hear the feed from the background, and then unmute yourself. Go ahead, Cindy.
I was going to say that I will say that he had every right to defend his wife. You know, we don't know what, you know, they're human beings, you know, right?
Yes.
They're not just entertainers, they are human beings. It was also a very emotional film, so I think he was already in that state of, you know, trying to protect the film and the dignity of Venus and Serena and their father, Richard. And so that I think that win meant even more to him, beyond just what, you know, Chris Rock said, even though Chris Rock was completely inappropriate.
You're
It
right.
wasn't funny. I love Chris Rock. I mean, he literally
Me too.
is one of the few comedians that make me laugh out loud, right? And so I laughed out loud, you know, to the other jokes, and then that one just didn't hit right. It is very personal. I mean, especially a black woman, as a black woman, our 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 crown is our hair. You know what I mean? And
Right.
to pick on that and
Right.
to, you know, inappropriately and uncalled for, it just wasn't necessary. Just move on to something else. You know, joke about something else. This was the first time in Chris's career that I can remember really cringing to anything that he said, and it just was not appropriate. That being said, I will also say that, you know, us finally getting a seat at the table at the Academy Awards with Will Packer being the executive producer and it feeling so much more black, and I'm just going to say it like that. I'm just so horrified that it would happen this year, like
Right.
of all years. You
But
know,
I thought we were boycotting the Oscars anyway. Honestly, I did think that.
we
And
were until they got some black folks in there, and so now we got a black EP. We have, you know, D Nice DJing for the first hour. We got it's Blackity Black, you know, two black co-hosts, and you know what? So it's like the white people were finally the minority. It felt like that, and
but
so
I understand you saying that, but that to me that makes it even more irresponsible for Chris Rock
exactly.
to make this kind of thing go on while we're doing this. Like, okay, so we boycotted, now we have representation, and then you're making fun of a black woman's hair because she has alopecia. Like, to me, it
Agreed.
was just all the way wrong. So as much as I want to hold Will Smith accountable for what he did, I understand it.
I understand it too, but we have to look at the also it's not, you know, he is a human being. He's
Right.
entitled to have emotions and reactions like any other man defending their wife,
Right.
right?
Right.
But I will say it's on a world stage. Unfortunately, the timing was just so horrible. I just feel bad for the whole situation. I understand and I agree with what he did. You know, Chris shouldn't have said what he said. It wasn't funny. This literally in 30 some plus years of his career, I will say that he shouldn't have said what he said, right? I mean, you know, we've given him grace for a lot of stuff, but that was wrong. However, you know, I just wish that us finally, like I said, having a seat at the table and running things, I just wish it just didn't happen this year.
To me, I feel like this seems really bad, and just follow me with this, okay? I feel like it seems really bad, but I understand everything that you just said. But in this moment, um, Will Smith standing for his wife because of her hair,
Right.
whether it was alopecia or not. The fact that this was a joke to Chris Rock, to me, it demolishes what we've stood for black women and black men who have black hair, period. And
Yep.
so for Will Smith to walk up on that stage and really, and like, you know, you might need a self check. Listen, that's not the joke to have.
Okay.
Period.
Let me just say for the record, I did not watch the Oscars.
Okay.
Okay, I caught this as breaking news, obviously.
Okay.
And I feel bad for Jada. I really do. I understand being sensitive to that issue. I do not have alopecia. I do have a cousin that has alopecia. It's a problem that happens among multi-racial lines.
Absolutely.
Okay. So not specific and exclusive to women of color. So I just want to say this. Will Smith had every reason to defend his wife. Absolutely 100%. Do the Oscars constantly make jokes at someone's expense? Absolutely. All the time. People get made up for being alcoholics. People get made up for being abusive. People get made Alex, what's his face gets made fun of all the time for being abusive on set. Listen, it happens to the best of us.
Absolutely.
But the way we handle it on a public stage is everything. You are a public figure in the public eye, and the way you handle yourself and carry yourself is important and inclusive of how you want people to deem you as a respected personality. And if you let me retract that. If you go and make yourself a public spectacle on a public forum and slap another human being in the face as if they have no value or no respect in your eyes is very, very, very entitled. Will Smith is one of those entitled people. And I think his wife also feels entitled. And maybe it goes along, there's probably a long history that goes with that and things that I don't want to cover because I don't know anything about it. But in the fact that he should have handled that, maybe even the next day, go on stage, go into a public forum the next day and say, Chris Rock made some really, really favorable things about my wife. I didn't appreciate it. I think it was very apprehensive to women of color. He could have handled that much differently, but he didn't. Yes.
So can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say that I'm Will Smith, right?
Okay.
And my wife has been going through, hospital visits. My wife has been really struggling with, she lost her hair, and alopecia was the thing that she said that's what it was, but maybe it's a different situation. This is just a scenario. We don't know if Jada Pinkett has anything else besides alopecia. That's all we know. But if I'm the husband that's going through all these things with my wife, and I might be at my breaking point because a person that I feel like is my colleague, which we know that Chris Rock and Will Smith have worked together, we know they are in the industry together, are making jokes about this. Am I not allowed to just lose it? Because to me, I feel like it's irresponsible for Chris Rock.
No, not in a public forum. You're not allowed to lose it. No, that's not. That's
I don't think you could choose. I don't think you could choose
persona.
Listen, I don't think you can choose where you lose it at, because at that point I've lost it. So I can't choose where I lose it at. What I can choose
then you have to pay the repercussions of what follows.
My wife is going through this. My wife is going through this. I can choose that part. I can let my friend know this. I know that we all know that she had alopecia. I mean, most of us did. Some of us did. Some of us didn't know. But we knew that she had alopecia. So we knew that she was struggling with something. So when it comes down to it, it was very irresponsible to me, as a whatever color you are, to make a joke about anybody's hair when we know that she's struggling with some kind of health issue.
Do we know Chris Rock knew that for a fact, though?
I mean, if we are as fans know it, I feel like Chris Rock should have known that.
Maybe. I didn't.
Kelly,
I watched it on Red Ticket Talk all the time.
Kelly,
I don't care about any of that. You made the joke on national TV. You got smacked on national TV.
Okay, Connie.
Well, then the repercussions of that fallout, he should be ready for.
Okay,
but Kelly, probably ain't gonna do nothing about it either.
You don't know that.
I don't care anything about any of that.
Okay.
I just don't think that. I think that if we're going to look at Will Smith from a side, we have to look at Chris Rock from a different side as well, because it was very irresponsible from Chris Rock. Period.
It was irresponsible on both sides.
No, Kelly. I'm just going to tell you. Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with part of what you're saying. An entertainer, a person that is on such a public. Lives such a public life and has had such a long career, because he has, right, 30 plus years. He's had a long career. He's still human, number one, and I understand what you're saying as far as privilege is concerned, but Black privilege and white privilege is different. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying. I completely
Okay.
let me tell you, at the end of the day, I do not understand or could even begin to understand what you folks at times do go through.
Exactly.
I won't even attempt to say I know anything about that, because I do not.
But pause.
Can I say something?
Because you jumped in about, we're talking about two Black men, right? Who in the fray of so many actors that have been successful in that business, right? We're talking about, not only does Will have privilege, but Chris has privilege too, because he got on the stage and thought it was okay to talk about Black women's hair, and it's not. It's not okay.
Yeah, can I make a point?
But there was a white actor that was slapped his white daughter, and another white comedians talked about how he was abusing his white daughter, and nobody got into a pickle or jam about that.
It's different.
Can I make a point real quick?
Wait, y'all. We have a new person on. What's going on? Avalon. Is it Avalon?
Yes, sir. Avalon Park. Okay. Did not Chris Rock do a whole documentary about black hair?
He did.
Yes, he did.
He did.
So he's fully aware about how black hair affects Black women.
Absolutely.
Now, the fact that Will Smith went up there and slapped him, I do not agree with that. I do not agree with any type of violence upon anybody in any sector. Okay, especially in public like that. He humiliated himself and he humiliated Chris Rock, which is wrong. Those are two black men of high status, multi-millionaires. There's no need to just fight like you from the projects of New York or Chicago.
Right.
You have too much going on for you to be doing that. Right. And they're not in their 18 and 20s. They're in their 50s, both of them.
Right.
So to me, I do agree with Kelly. I agree with the other woman too, on both ends, because that was uncalled for. Chris Rock for saying about Jada, and like I said, if you listen to my comments in your comment section, Chris Rock been going after Jada since 2016. That's years, multiple years. This is nothing new. This ain't just happened tonight.
Right.
So Will Smith,
if that man got sensitive about him keep covering his wife, I think when it comes to that, and let's say, we'll let the jokes go on, but now this is serious. Like, this is not a joking matter. So I'm tired of it right now. If I'm Will Smith, I'm tired of it. And so, yes, it's wrong for him to smack this man, but it's also wrong for if you are a comedian, you are also responsible for doing your research about your jokes as well. You don't just make jokes and they don't land, because people, you can't just make jokes about everything, especially in 2022. You just can't do it. But if you've been doing all this time, this joke did not land very well, because if people in the audience were not comfortable with it, because everybody in the audience were not laughing at his joke. Let's be all the way clear about it. It wasn't just Will Smith who was uncomfortable with it. People in the audience were. So look at this man sitting by his wife, and this man's making this joke who's made multiple jokes about his wife, and then he just sits there in the audience. How does he look as a man?
Right.
So now, I do understand. I do understand what you're saying. I am a female. That's another thing too. We are females. We're not males. My husband said the same thing that you slapped him to protect your honor. My husband said that. So it is a male thing, because as a female, I couldn't see myself doing, doing something. But as a male, I believe that is a male thing. Because my husband, he said the same. I was slapped him too.
Listen, I don't even date women, but I'm telling you right now, if this was my mother, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, I'm smacking you because my family member is going through a situation right now. You're making jokes about it, and it's something that my they can't control this. This is not a funny matter. This is not something to make jokes about. So for me to see this, I feel like it was just extremely irresponsible of Chris Rock.
So you think there's a long-standing history between Chris Rock and
woman? Because
Will Smith?
I would have punched him. I can't recall ever smacking somebody in my life. I go closed hand all day, every day.
Me either.
Because smacking is worse than punching. Smacking is like you're
that was a punch slap. That was a punch slap. That was a punch slap.
He smacked him.
That was a punch slap.
That was a message.
It was like, listen,
a little different. It's a little disrespectful.
Will's been going through a lot. Will's going through a lot. The Alcatraz stealer thing with his children, don't know which way his kids going. He's going through a lot.
I just feel bad for the Oscar that was awarded to Will on behalf of that family that he was representing in that award, because I think it detracts from it. And unfortunately, it detracts from it. And that I guess that could have been handled differently. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, yes, it probably was a super sensitive issue for Will Smith. I get that. That's his wife. I get that. He's ride or die for his wife. I understand that. But I think it should have just been handled a completely different way. And maybe there's a long-standing beef between Will Smith and Chris Rock.
It is.
And
very much so is.
I think that there's a lot more behind that slap than we all actually know.
Believe it is.
But even if it wasn't a long-standing thing, she has a health condition. And that's something that you just don't make jokes about, to me. Like, hands down, like, I don't care if he knew or if he did not know. As a person who, follows them, I know this. So there's no way that Chris Rock did not know that she has this health condition. And even if he did it, when it happened, maybe he should have thought about it afterwards. Like, well, what's going on here? Because, we've worked in the industry for years. This never has happened. He seems like he has a personal vendetta towards her too, as well, because of all those he makes about her. So I don't know.
Do you think there's a possibility they'll take Will Smith's Oscar from him for that?
Absolutely not.
No.
There's been chat that might happen. I don't know who thinks that's going to happen, but
the people that advocate for alopecia, if that happens, the Oscars will never happen ever again, because you can't do that, because that man stood up for his wife. That's his wife who has alopecia or whatever else she does have. He does not explain what his wife has or why she lost his hair. What she decided to say was what she decided to expose to everybody.
But it's alopecia versus violence.
Huh?
It's alopecia versus violence.
No, alopecia is violence because it's something that's attacking her body.
Yeah, so I understand that, but handling it in the violent way,
making a joke,
not looked upon favorably.
Making someone who has a health issue is, listen, I'm sorry, and I might not be the best person to even have this conversation with, but making fun of somebody who has a health issue, violence will be my answer as well, because I don't stand for that. Listen, people do this all the time and think it's okay because, I didn't know. Or, they were doing that with Tracy Braxton.
I'm on stage in front of millions of people, I could do that.
Listen, Tracy Braxton had cancer. People were like, she got skinny. Tammy Roman.
They did the same thing too.
They were doing Tammy Roman. Tammy Roman was like, well, I have an issue. People have health issues. It's not okay to make fun of something you don't know about. If you don't know about it, don't talk about it. Period.
And
Hollywood is small, but Hollywood is very small. But Black Hollywood is even smaller. So Chris Rock knew.
Absolutely. And Kelly, I will say that, again, I understand what you're saying, but when you say violence, we're talking about Hollywood violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
Like,
maybe not strong word as violence.
Excuse me. It's not like he went up there and shot the man. It's not like he went up there and had, 5 bodyguards beat him to the ground. It's just, I'm just saying, no, we don't love it, right? I'm talking about Black folks. I already know. I didn't love it.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed both of them.
I'm sure Will tomorrow is going, or even right
now. I didn't mean to use violence. I didn't use the word violence. I should have used the word assault.
Okay, let me just say, I'm sure Will right now is doing damage control. His media
yes, he is
doing damage control. Absolutely. However, that man is human, and he has a right to defend his wife. And I don't care if it's on the Oscar stage. I don't care if it's in the alley. I don't care if it's somebody trying to invade their home. He has a right to defend his wife, and that is what he did.
Yes.
Now, was the time, place wrong?
No, it was not.
It was absolutely wrong. I will say that. But I just don't like this narrative of you being like, he was so violent. He went, you know what?
I didn't say so violent. Now, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, let me just say, Will it has had what is the word? A reputation of like a Tom Hanks. Okay, so I don't want something started by you or anybody else being he was so angry and he was so violent and it was inappropriate.
No, I'm not doing the angry black thing.
Folks are
I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. My mother had cancer.
Hold on, y'all. We can't talk at the same time.
So I don't want to say that. That's not what I'm saying because I don't want to make this a black and white thing. That's not what I'm saying. So I apologize up front if I used the wrong verbiage. I should have not used the word violent. Let me just say he assaulted him. That is, you are wrong. I am wrong. You are right. I do not want to go into that.
So can I say this to you though? To me, I feel like it came off that way to you because you said it. And
okay, I did.
This is a judgment-free zone, so I'm not even judging you for saying that part. But it came off that way, and I think that's why some of us may be on ours or whatever, maybe in the chat and on the platform. It came off that way. Honestly, I don't think that you could choose how people react to situations, period. And yes, people have to pay their consequences for what they do, period. Whether it was a reaction at the right place at the right time or not. They have to pay the consequences for that stuff. But when it comes down to it at the end of the day, we are always fighting to support Black women and to protect them at all costs. So for me, watching this, I did not see anything wrong with Will Smith did. And if he has to pay the price for that, I feel like Will do it because that's his wife.
I apologize. I used a trigger word. I do apologize. I do acknowledge that wholeheartedly, and I do apologize. And I'm sorry I brought it to this platform. So please forgive me for saying that word. I do understand. Trust me, I do understand there are trigger words. I do get that. I do. So I digress.
I appreciate you for apologizing for it. It did sound like that, but I do appreciate you for the apology. But I think that in any place that you're in, for someone who's in a relationship with someone, especially when you're going through, like I said, the doctor's visit, things like that, you cannot control how you react to things. There are consequences as well, but you can't control that. And am I going to sit up here and sit on a high horse and say he should not have? I cannot. I don't have that tomato to throw at Will Smith. I do not, because if I don't go to the doctor visits, I don't sit at home with her every day while she's going through this sickness. I don't have a seat to sit in to judge him. What I do know is that man cried when he got off that stage. He apologized for it, and that man felt bad for what he did. But in the heat of the moment, he was upset. And
is the Oscar still going on, or did they stop it?
Huh?
Is the Oscar still going on? Or did they stop it?
No, it's still going on. It's still going on.
Okay.
He won his award after that.
Oh Lord!
Shout out to Will Smith for winning that award, by the way.
The slap that went across the slap that went across the world.
I still can't help but think there's some long-standing thing between him and Chris Rock. That's what's really
for years.
Chris Rock has been making jokes about her for a very long time. So
years.
Yeah,
but apparently, if we can agree to that, then we cannot sit here and say, well, he might not have known that she had alopecia. That doesn't make any sense. Because
absolutely,
that doesn't make any sense. So you're really making jokes about a sick woman on purpose
in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't apologize. If you got smacked and I did it on purpose, it is what it is. You got hit, deal with it.
Yeah, Cammy said after the awards he was on stage apologizing. I'm sure that he did apologize. That's not a normal Will Smith.
Crystal Will, which one? Which one was apologizing? Crystal Will.
Will Smith apologized.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if Chris Rock apologizes for making fun of a sick lady.
Right. And you know what? Alopecia is not physical pain inducing.
Right.
Alopecia is emotional and mental pain inducing. I mean, like I said, for Black women, we've had so much focus and ridicule for our hair. I know every Black woman that I've ever known, which is my whole family basically, all has a story about, others, non-Black people touching our hair and being like, it's so soft, it's so thick, it's so, or not knowing that they're being offensive by saying your hair can do all these things, you can braid it, you can do all these things. I mean, it's just a whole thing in the Black community that other people don't understand. So to be a Black woman and suffering through that, like Jada, I'm not saying she's a victim in any other parts of their marriage or any other parts of their life. I'm talking about that is a heavy toll. I know. I'm just speaking on as a Black woman having to go through that struggle and go through a hair struggle so publicly, because she is public. It's difficult. And like Deb said earlier, we don't know how many years he's been going through this struggle with her. And maybe that was just a sensitive topic. Again, did the time and place, was it horrible? It was.
Cindy, I want to show something real quick, because people keep saying it was a funny joke. I want y'all to see her face. So y'all understand.
She wasn't laughing.
She wasn't not laughing.
It wasn't a funny joke to her. Let's play it. I have to mute it because I don't want to get my video flagged. But I want to show what her face looked like when he was making this joke. It wasn't a funny face.
No.
He laughed, and then they showed her. Okay, there she goes. Look at her face. She does not look pleased here.
No.
At all.
So
when y'all are in the chat saying it was a funny joke, it might have started out funny because maybe she was just trying to play it off. But Jada doesn't. I mean, look at her face even more. Like it doesn't look like she thought it was funny. So I don't want people to keep going on saying it was a funny joke. Yes, it might have been funny to people who are not experiencing what she's going through. And again, she said alopecia. We don't really know what Jada Pinkett is going through at all, because a lot of times they don't expose to us what they're really going through. Right. Alopecia have been the excuse of what she's really going through. But we know that losing your hair, a lot of times it deals with cancer. And Will was laughing. I understand that part because I feel like they were trying to play it off. Thank you, Arizona Gaming Village, for the super chat. This is all Jada. She gave him a look that says, stop laughing. Do something. She really has control over him in so many ways. I think that she gave him that look because she's like,
absolutely,
you know what's really going on at home for real. This is not alopecia. I mean, and this is my own personal opinion. This is not the views of Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, or anybody else on this platform. This is me saying this. I don't think that she's just going through alopecia. Yeah, but I think that they gave us that because she wants people to know at least she's going through something. And so let's be at least some empathy for the fact that she's going through something. And I don't think that what's his name? The guy that made the joke, I forgot his name already.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I don't think that Chris Rock's joke was funny, period. Because
I think this all goes back to the fact when she cheated on Will and they still have like this.
I don't think that have anything to do with it. I think when a Black woman loses her hair, that's a big thing.
Yes.
It's a big thing. For a Black person to lose their hair, that's a big issue. And I feel like a lot of us we're taught to put it under the rug. Don't talk about it out loud. These are Black things that we have been taught. So right. I'm not sitting here thinking that Jada Pinkett is going through alopecia with her hair, losing her hair. I don't think that at all.
Well, so Deb, we literally just got the Crown Act passed.
I've seen that.
For black women and Black hair. Mm-hmm. It is a huge thing in our culture. No men, I'm sorry, I love that you support us, so Deb, but no Black man, no woman of any other race, and especially no men of any other race understands that journey. They don't. They don't. You know, like you just want to go in, you want to interview for a job, you just want to go in, you just want to do your work, you just want to walk down the street, you just want to interact with people, and somehow our hair has been an issue. It's been stolen, it's been mimicked, we don't get credit, we get downplayed for it. You know, it's just a whole, we get judged, we get slighted. It's a whole thing to do with Black women's hair. And
I would think in general, if women lost their hair, it's a big deal. My mom was bald for 2 years. Different. No, my mom was bald for 2 years. I think that we all understand what you're saying,
But for Black people, our hair is everything.
My mom
And I'm just telling you this from my own personal experience.
Different.
And then she passed away with no hair.
And I can't give me a second. From me living in Ohio, I've been around all type of races. So I'm not just educated on Black people's hair, period. I'm educated on all people's hair. Black people, women especially, hair is a big thing. That's why they have songs called "Don't Touch My Hair," or there's laws where we cannot go to jobs because our hair is a problem. So hair is not just a problem. I mean, hair is a problem for Black people, period. But it's also something that we actually deem as something that is our crown for us. And if it wasn't a problem, then they would have to make a law where we actually could go get a job with our hair the way we want it to look like. So I get what you're saying, but our hair is a totally different story for Black people, and that's not taking away from White people's hair at all.
And
why wouldn't it be a big deal
excuse me,
for a woman of non-color to not have hair? Why wouldn't it be a big deal? My mom was embarrassed. She didn't go back to work after she lost her hair. She couldn't work.
It's different.
We're not saying that. We're not
saying. But you know what? I can't.
She'd go out in public and people would stare at her.
Because you know what? I can't see being painful for all women.
It's painful for all women not to have hair.
Yes, but my thing is like what SoDebNair was saying. I'm saying. Okay. Because they were saying
you sound like a computer. You sound like a computer. We can't really hear you. We can't hear what you're saying.
No, it's different, and I'm telling you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're not saying that that's not important to you guys. What I'm saying is that there was a law that just was made where we can actually go to work with our hair how we want it to look as Black people. So that's a different story. That doesn't take away from what you guys have gone through. How you guys watch your hair.
This is in 2022, and I'm telling you, my mom also had cancer and died from cancer. And when she when her hair matted up, and my stylist couldn't do anything to save her hair, it was devastating. And I purchased a wig for my mother because she wouldn't, in her mind, I thought she looked beautiful with her naturally curly, beautiful short hair. She hated it. I knew she wouldn't want it. And I purchased a wig for my mother to make sure that in the viewing that she looked the way she wanted to. So it's different.
She didn't. My mom's hair never grew back.
That's your mom.
Yeah, but that's but her mom's different. No, but there's no difference. My mom had no hair.
About Black women.
No,
I don't think that you understand what we're saying, honestly, because it's
but I guess it's because you want to make an issue about color and not about females. That's fine. I don't know Black history about women's hair because I wouldn't know that. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying as a woman of non-color with no hair, I'm just as embarrassed.
Continuously talk over everybody. No one can say anything because you just got to keep talking over everybody.
Okay.
I mean, seriously. This is why I don't argue with white folks about Black issues. I don't do it. It's the privilege. They don't get it.
Okay.
And I don't care to.
Well, I have mixed children, so keep talking.
But you're not Black.
I have mixed, but
I'm not Black.
Well, my thing is.
Well, listen, y'all. Wait. Time out. I want to say this to you, guys. I don't think that you understand what we're saying. We're not debating the fact that white women have lost hair or it's not important to you guys. The difference is that we are judged by our hair. It makes us not get jobs. It makes us look like we are thugs in the streets. We are judged by our hair as Black people, period. Was it Black women or Black men? We are judged by that. White women and white people are not. So that's the thing. It's like, so when this joke was made, it hits a little bit harder for us because it's not just about she doesn't have hair. It's about the joke about not having the hair. And this ladies, in this week, as Black people, we take pride in our hair, period. So I don't want to put you in a rabbit hole where you're defending this. White hair is probably important. I don't know that struggle, so I'm saying probably because I don't know that struggle. What I do know as a Black man, being raised by Black women, and being a Black person. When I graduated from high school, I had very long hair. My hair was down to the middle of my back. I cut my hair off when I graduated from high school because I couldn't get a job. So Black hair is a little bit different than just cutting your hair off or not being able to grow it back because we're judged by our hair. It's not because we just have it or we just lost it and this is the privilege that we have. We don't have the privilege to even have it. That's why they made a law where we can actually get a job whatever our hair looks like now.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so Deb, really quickly, I mean, let's make the comparison to the joke to the reality. In G.I. Jane, Demi Moore shaved her head.
Yeah.
She voluntarily shaved her head. Okay. Alopecia, you don't have a choice. You lose your hair. You don't have a choice. And it's different and it's not funny, especially for any woman, but especially for Black women. Period. That's it.
We're not just downgrading you because somebody lost hair, but we're just saying it's very different for Black people's hair than it is for any other race of people who have hair, because it is something that we just take pride in, and we're judged on it. It literally stops us in life because of our texture of hair or our style of hair. Period. What's going on, Miss Drea?
But they want to steal from it.
Well,
Hey,
of course.
We just talked about this on my show on the Saturday Morning Brunch Crew like 2 weeks ago, where the girls who get the lace fronts, they do the baby hairs, and white women are calling it sticky bangs. And we're like, no, this has been called baby hairs for a very long time. There are different. It's not the same thing. What's going on?
I'm just gonna be real.
I'm gonna live about the things that've been stolen from us, but I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna be real brief. I just wanted to come and address. I know we don't address like trolls, but y'all gonna stop being disrespectful in these comments. That's for one. For two, Will didn't go up there and shoot the man or murder the man on live TV. He slapped him. Yes, it was unprofessional. But if people are already talking about Counsel Will. Will don't have to work another day in his life. So Counsel Will where? That's for two. For three, rather it don't matter what the joke was. We get it. Everybody make jokes, and I understand that. We don't know what type of previous conversation that those two may have had. I seen a clip where Chris Rock made some jokes about Jada like a couple of years ago at the Oscars. So apparently this ain't new. Right. Not only that, a few months ago, I don't know if anybody on here seen it, but there was a very viral video of a Black man and a white man in a bar somewhere at a restaurant. The white man called the Black man the N-word, and the Black man beat the snot out of him. We all praise that Black man for beating the man up. At the end of the day, just like he called him out of his name, he called him the N-word, he slapped him. So y'all, people saying, well, it don't matter what he said, that didn't give Will no right to go and hit him. Words are words. And you can't tell me how I'm supposed to react to something that somebody said to me or about my spouse. That's right. Disrespectful. So we don't get the chance. We don't get the opportunity to tell somebody how they're supposed to react to something when they're the one that's affected by it. You can't do that because, like people say all the time, "Oh, baby, you ain't finna mess with my kids. I fight behind my kids and all." So it's the same thing. What's precious to you might not be precious to the next person. So you can't tell me how I'm supposed to react to that. Period.
Right.
That's true.
And I feel like in these comments, because it's some disrespectful, I'm gonna say shit in this comment section. That I can't even pull up the comments because it's so disrespectful. These people are y'all don't have any spouses, you never had one, you know, family members who have been through anything, you never loved somebody, because I'm telling you right now,
they never been.
If my family member is going through a sickness, I'm fighting everybody in the room, and I will think about it when I get done. I don't.
You better tell me.
I will. Exactly. I don't give a damn about it because I'm going to ride for my people. Period. Whether you white, black, purple, yellow, or green, if you are with me, you are with me. I'm riding with these people. And
I
graciously in these comments, I don't know where y'all come from. I don't know who raised y'all, but the shit that I'm seeing in these comments is disgusting.
Absolutely.
And also, so Deb, so true, so right. But also, whatever the comments that I have, briefly seen about, an infidelity, they both said they had infidelity. That has nothing to do with it. He was defending his wife.
Right.
Period. He was defending his wife. It had nothing to do with infidelity. And they're not in their marriage. They're not in their life.
Right. And that's why a lot of people are sitting in this chat single right now, because they don't know how to make a commitment with their partner, because they don't understand that a commitment is a commitment with your partner, whatever you decide to agree upon. They're sitting at home waiting on some man to get to run around with a white picket fence and a white horse to take them on this magical journey that's never going to happen. In reality, what they have is what they have, because that's what they agreed upon. And we can't sit around here and judge nobody about their relationship, because we don't have that relationship. I'm sitting here single as hell for my damn self. So I'm gonna speak on my own self. And what this is my sis right here. What's going on, Mondelez? But I'm sitting here thinking about my damn self, and I understand there are different type of relationships in 2022. I don't have to agree with everything everybody else is doing, but what I do know is that the people that are having the relationship that they have, it works for them. Right. And I don't have not one stool to stand upon to judge anybody to say if their relationship is wrong or if it's right, because if it works for you, it works for you. And I can't judge that.
And what about if it was two white men? Would the public be so outraged when, like, for example, Marlon Brando, who is a legend and revered across the cinematic universe, what if it was him? When he brought his Native American people out there, was he canceled? Were the people outraged? No, they clutched their pearls and they moved on, because it was Marlon Brando. And Will Smith, he's celebrated, he's accomplished his accomplishments. We love him. He's as nice as can be, but everybody is a human being and they have a breaking point. And I think that we should all move on in the conversation.
Right. Absolutely. Mondelez, what's going on?
Hey, boo, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Now, y'all know y'all got me up here late on here listening, and I couldn't believe it, because the only way I found out about this was because my sister called me like 3 times. And then I was like, hold on, let me check. And then I saw you live. I said, oh, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So I just want to let you ladies know right off top, I suffer from alopecia. If you don't know, I'm on Saturday Morning Brunch Crew, and y'all see me wear my wigs. And that's because I have been suffering with alopecia since I had my daughter, and she's 4 years old. So I completely understand, as a woman who actually is going through this, as far as how it could be embarrassing for her. And I saw that on her face. And I understand that, everyone, has their opinion, but you don't know unless you go through it. Because me and you, Deb, we've had conversations where I'm like, oh, this is a real thing.
And I don't want to say your business. I didn't say anything.
I know you don't, but listen, the world now is talking about alopecia, so it is the best time for me to speak on it, because I don't want anybody else speaking on it that don't know nothing about it. You understand? That has never experienced it. Now, it's one thing to experience it through your parent, through your sister, through your cousin, through your brother, but you cannot tell me anything unless you yourself is going through it. So for me to see her representing her bald head, looking amazing and beautiful, it really does let me know that there are people out here in this world that are embracing it and don't have to hide it, or don't feel, like it's an embarrassment. But that does not mean she doesn't go home and she doesn't cry about it.
Right.
That does not mean that she doesn't go home and get frustrated, because you ladies all know that our hair is our crown glory, right? And I feel that, as far as when it comes to her, it was a low blow on national television, because she is coming out proud and Black. And what he should have done is supported that. What he should have done is said, you know what? Because you are representing Black women, and because you are being so strong about this, you will be a great representation, instead of coming at it in a low, derogatory way. You understand? Do y'all understand that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, that's what we've been saying. That's what we've
Carmen in
been
the chat
saying.
said, I'm going through it and don't wish it on anyone.
Nobody. And I really wasn't talking so much of the panel. I was reading a lot in the comments, and there was people saying, like, it is not a health condition, it is a medical condition. Let me tell you something. I have gone through so much. I almost thought I had like thyroid issues. You understand? I thought I had like a thyroid disease. Do you understand me? Like, this is a problem. There are so many layers to alopecia. It is not just hair loss. it can be so many levels of stress that can actually start affecting your immune system. It is a health condition because your immune system is compromised. It is lowering your white blood cells to the point where it starts attacking yourself. You understand? Like, you have to go see so many different doctors. I've been to 5 since I've been back in Columbus, Ohio. Totally different doctors. It is embarrassing to take off your wig constantly to get them to be looking at you, taking pieces of your head, you know what I mean? Doing biopsies, doing the shots for the steroids just to get your hair back. You're doing 20 to 50 shots. And I'm just expressing this as a woman who is going through it. And I don't mean to like put my frustration out there. I don't mean to put my frustration out there.
No. And a woman of color. I mean, even more so because you're a woman of color.
And it's very understood. I don't want to make it a race thing because alopecia doesn't care what color you are.
It's true, but we're talking about 2 Black men, one defending his wife and one Black woman going through it. Period. It has to be said. And I just don't want the narrative to be like these men are violent and they're aggressive and the Black folks are aggressive because it's us. That's how they're going to look at it on the bigger stage. They're not going to look at it as alopecia has no name, no color. They're going to look at it as 2 Black men and a Black woman. And it's the Black folks at the Oscars. And that should not be the narrative.
Well, as you already know, Hollywood is going to be Hollywood. They are always going to paint Black people to be the first and to be they're going to paint Black people to do things like this. Do you understand? Let's this is something I was saying in the comments. I don't know if you were catching it, but since I'm going to kind of digress when it comes to her and go over to Will. Now, as you saw in the video, did you or did you not see that man laughing?
We did. Yeah. We also saw his face change very fast.
I never saw a face change. So can you please replay that?
Show it to, you want to see it? You want to see it?
Yes, because I have seen 3 different angles. I have seen 4 different videos.
I'm gonna show it to you. Let's show it to you.
Okay.
He laughed diplomatically.
I gotta mute it because I don't want him to play.
Thank you, Real Talk. Thank you.
Oh wait,
look at his face here.
Hold on, wait. No. Because this was at the beginning of this.
Then look at Chris Rock and how he stands. First of all, we Black. Let's be real. We Black.
They're laughing at it.
No Black man gonna let another Black man walk up on him that quick after he talking about his wife. Let's think about this.
Now watch how her face changes. Now there was a conversation that had after her face change right here. I'm telling you this. You know,
absolutely.
You know how this goes.
You know what it was.
There was a conversation that happened right here.
Let that slide.
But like I said before, I feel like they gave us an answer about what was going on here, and I feel like she was like, "Yo, this is not what it is. This is not funny. This man has been attacking her for a very long time." And I feel like I've seen this, and so the cameras may have cut. But then that's why you don't see this conversation. But after they cut the cameras cut, here come Will Smith walking up on that stage because it's not funny.
So, we just don't act like we don't know what an uncomfortable laugh is.
Because she laughed at the beginning too, because they were playing it off like it was a joke. But now it's gone too far at this point, especially when he's talking about this movie she's about to be in. Like, no, it's not because of my hair. It's because I'm a good actress. I'm a Black woman who can play this role. That's what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with my hair. And so that's why this is happening right here. I'm not sitting here running around with this narrative of that, they thought it was a funny joke because this man ain't walk up on the stage and hit this man like this for no reason.
And I get what you're saying, but I'm going to stand and I'm going to be honest with you. I completely sympathize for Jada and what she had to go through being another woman going through alopecia. I completely sympathize. That's not funny. That's not even a joke that you need to do on national TV. That's not even a joke you need to do behind stage. Bro, you should have more respect for me than that. And I don't mean to get so upset with this situation for her. But
you
that's
know how
where the
we have those
frustration
conversations where we're like, listen, we going out in public. Monterey, we going out in public.
Right.
We playing the code, right? We do this. But at some point, we snap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yes, there are consequences to us snapping, but today just wasn't the day. It wasn't the day. Will Smith was there for a very specific reason. She has been working very hard on her Red Talk Table thing. There was so many things at stake here for this conversation, and for Chris Rock to make a insensitive joke the way he made it, it wasn't the time or the place. Like, if we doing this, let's do this behind the scenes. We're not doing this in front of millions of people, especially white people. Just sorry, white people that's in here, but in front of white people, because it's not a funny thing. Because real talk, as a black person, our hair is just everything for us.
It is.
Listen, I'm sitting up here. I just posted a thing on my damn Instagram today about my hair today.
Right.
About how I've been growing it and how healthy it looks for me, because I have had a part where I was balding, but because it's growing back in a healthy way, I celebrate my shit, because one day I'm going to go bald, but my hair is my everything for me right now. So I can see why she had felt this way. I could feel why she might have texted me like, "Yo, this ain't the day today. This is not the one right here. This nigga, he been doing it too long. It's game time." Like, I understood that. So I'm not sitting here thinking, "Oh, he's just laughing because it's a funny joke." I'm sitting here thinking this is funny to him because we're playing it off because we've been doing this for a long time.
I can understand that, but did you not see any eye contact with him and her the whole, like, there was a nice long amount of time between the beginning of the joke,
they cut the cameras.
They did cut, but he still had eye contact to Chris. He still was looking at Chris. He was still laughing with Chris. And I feel like
that crazy look. That crazy look like, I'm about to beat you. That smile still in your face.
I was talking with my sister.
I'm gonna butt out. I appreciate you guys' conversation, and I love the banter back and forth. And so, Deb, I will follow you, love you to the end of the earth.
I appreciate it.
I think you a wonderful, wonderful personality on YouTube. And ladies, have a wonderful evening. I hope there's no hard feelings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Yeah, have a good night, ladies.
Good night.
Is her name Keely?
Kelly.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you for your guys' input. I learn something every time I talk. So, or listen, actually. So,
I appreciate it. So what are you? So I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, because you about to make me upset now.
I know. I knew it was coming.
You know you are.
I knew it was coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I totally think it's staged. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think her reaction was staged, because it was like, I'm over it. This is not what I came here for. But what happened, how he walked up there, how Chris, let me tell you, Chris is a black man. We do not just stand and wait for another black man to walk up and smack nobody. For two, the way he walked off, he didn't have no face, like he was mad, like he was angry, until he sat down. Then you saw the frustration in his face. Like, to me, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, I really felt like that was staged. I'm gonna keep it real.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Now, we know each other for real.
Yes, we do.
We in this situation. You think I will be a Will Smith?
Like, we in that situation.
I'm gonna smack somebody.
I know you wouldn't be laughing.
I might be laughing in the space where I know what I'm about to do. Like, I don't feel like this was a laugh, like a ha. It's funny. I'm like, I'm about to beat your ass kind of situation. I don't think this was the funny thing.
So that we have been in so many situations after the radio show, serious conversations where it ain't funny, right? Come on.
Right.
You would not be laughing over it ain't funny.
I have been in the ha, I'm about to beat your ass kind of moment, though.
And not once did he walked up there. He slapped him. He turned around. He didn't even have the face of anger until he sat down.
You're trying me today.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. I know you was going to say something. I know. I'm sorry.
I don't get it. I
really think it's a narrative that they're pushing right now.
Why?
So what? Yeah, I say, what's the purpose?
Well, first of all, the Grammys alone, there is a lot of issues with black people. The Oscars, excuse me. The Oscars alone, there's a lot of issues with black people in Oscars not winning often, not being nominated often. I really feel like there is so much going on in the world that they need some type of narrative right now to keep pushing. And I just felt, when I watched it with my sister, this is before I even saw you on here, I was like, wait a minute. What's going on? Okay, let me check it out. So, okay, even if you play it now, when you see it from the beginning all the way to the end, you do not see the anger in his face in the beginning when he does it. You don't see it. I know
Yes,
people
you
are
do.
you're gonna degrade. You guys are not gonna agree with me, and it's fine. Everybody is okay to have your opinion.
I
I'm
know
just
how
giving
you
my
are, so
opinion.
I can't really. I'm not gonna argue with you about it because I know how you are. But
Okay, that's all I
You,
really wanted to
I
say.
you
don't know.
do.
I don't know what the reason for it. Like what's the end
what does
Did
game?
he gain from
Hollywood
Like
it?
what is
really have to have a reason though?
well
Yeah,
you
well,
said it
like
was
what does he
staged.
gain from
Then
it?
what's the reason for it to be staged? There has to be a reason for something to be staged.
I mean, most of the time you don't really know. Most of the time you don't know. They just do it.
No, no. Anybody that has
No, they
watched
have
Will
to
for
gain
his
something.
entire
That's it.
career
Will
knows
doesn't need to
that he
gain
leads with
anything.
the
Come on, we're
smile.
talking
He
about
leads
Will
with the
Smith.
joke.
You
He's
really think
laughing.
Will
He's
Smith
trying
is
to
going
make
to
it
lose his
jovial and
career?
light. And you
No,
can
he's not.
see that he's upset. You
He
can
was
see whether
upset
he's
when he sat
smiling or
down.
not.
He
You
was
can see that
upset
he's
when he
upset.
sat down.
No, he was upset when the
No,
camera panned to him and
no.
Chris said the joke. And he was
If you
smiling
look at
and
this,
he
if you
laughed and he was
look at the
looking like, but
camera,
if you look at his
I'm
eyes,
Hold on,
you can
Marlon.
see
Wait,
that he's
wait,
upset.
Marlon. Let you
right.
talk.
I'm a,
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if you watched Will his entire career, that is his go-to is to smile and keep it light and be jovial. You could see in his eyes, even though he was laughing, he was just like, you MFer, okay? You could see that he didn't like it. So I don't care if he was
Thank you,
smiling
JR.
or laughing. He didn't like it, period.
Listen,
He didn't like it.
I don't think that he did either.
listen. If you just play it, let's just play it.
Look at it again.
Come
Let's
Look
on,
at
watch
the
it
we
again. Let's watch
eyes.
black.
it again.
Come
Let's watch it
on,
again. Let's watch it
come
again.
on.
They don't need no publicity. They already successful. What they need publicity for, I don't see it being staged either. I can respect your opinion though, but
Absolutely.
it don't seem staged to me. And I think Will was given an uncomfortable laugh.
Thank
Look at
We
look
you.
always
We
have an
watching. We
uncomfortable laugh,
watching.
so of course he was laughing.
and just let's look at his face and how he's laughing. Like it's not a Will Smith laugh, like I'm ha ha laughing.
Exactly.
It looks like ha ha hell. Like it's not a funny laugh.
He old.
No, Molly, he's
Yeah,
not.
that's crow's feet. Look
That's
at
not
that.
why.
He clapping his hands. He
And
cheering.
look,
He didn't even look at her once. He didn't look at her
He
once.
did. They cut the
they
camera.
cut the
Right.
camera,
But
Monley.
throughout that time, the whole time he laughing, looking at
Monley, they
him.
cut the camera. They cut the
But
camera.
I got you. I got you.
So
I
you can't
saw
say that. You
what he
can't say
said.
that. You can't say that.
But before they cut the camera, he doesn't look at her. She didn't gave us
Because
a
he got
laugh,
he
an
was
eye
supposed to watch her the
roll,
whole time.
hand in the lap.
He's
Then
supposed to
he
watch her
walks.
the whole time.
Now look at Chris Rock. He puts his hands behind his back. What black man you know is going to just do this
I don't think
without
he thought he was going to
preparing
hit him.
himself?
He think he's going to hit him.
Okay, even after he hits him, come on.
You think he's going to take Will Smith?
Come on, guys.
He's not fighting Will Smith.
Now look at Will Smith's face.
He's not. He's not happy. He's not happy.
He got a little cheeky look on his cheeks.
First of all,
then he sits down. Then he gets mad.
I'm going to take you off. I'm going to take you off here.
I understand.
He's not smiling.
This is a PR stunt.
Look at his face. He's not smiling.
Girl.
But a PR stunt for what though?
would be behind a PR stunt. You gotta have a reason.
Listen, I know this is. I knew this was.
Now is he smiling here?
Mm-hmm.
Is he smiling here?
No, he's not.
Look at him. He looks very serious to me. Very serious.
Okay, so where was that energy in the beginning then?
He had it.
Let me tell you something, Miley, because I don't know where you been at right now. I know we always disagree on a lot of things.
Yes.
This man was laughing because they were playing it off, trying to think it was funny for the crowd, but at some point, it wasn't funny anymore.
Okay.
That's why the man's face. That's why the man's face looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's not happy.
Right.
He's not laughing. It's not a laughing matter.
That face is borderline like angry,
crazy.
Like I'm about to walk up there and hit you again.
It's not crazy at all.
Please. It looks crazy. His face looks crazy, and I understand where all you guys is. I completely understand the first instinct of what you guys are feeling. I completely get it.
No,
but let me ask.
You're saying that you're saying that he was laughing, but he was laughing because she was laughing at the beginning too. They were playing it off, but at some point things changed because the joke wasn't that funny. And I'm thinking what happened was when he said something about the G.I. Jane or something like that. That's when the whole thing switched for them. because it was about her hair. And literally, again, we don't know why her hair is short. We do not know that. But the thing is this, after that camera cut and he walked up there, Will was not laughing. It wasn't a funny joke. He was not there for shit at all.
Guys,
He was
we're
not.
talking about actors here. We're
No,
talking
we're
about
talking about we're talking about real. No. We're talking about real people.
You don't always need to have an angry look on your face when you get somebody.
Thank you.
Okay, how often have y'all seen Will Smith attack somebody on national TV?
I've got people, and I didn't need to have no angry look on my face to do it. In fact, I was quite happy about it.
Thank you.
Every time it's not we're not talking about we're talking about people, real people that's going through real issues in real life. Her alopecia is not an acting role. That's
never said that. I completely sympathize for her.
We can't sit here and say that we're talking about. We can't sit here and say we're talking about actors.
I'm talking about
because her having alopecia is not a role that she played. That's her real life.
Absolutely.
And when they're talking about his wife, that wasn't an acting role. He wasn't like they was like, and scene, we're gonna make a joke about that. That's not an acting role. That's some real shit that just happened. So yes, at the beginning, oh, it's cute, it's fun. Maybe it took a little bit of time to process what they were saying, but when it processed, Will Smith, when it smacked him in the face, the whole mood had changed. So we're not going to sit here and say that this man thought it was a funny joke the entire time. No, he did not, because that's why he would have smacked him in the face, and his whole tone changed.
Well, I didn't watch the Oscars, and I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere, but somebody told me that Chris Brown didn't even. I mean, not Chris Brown. Chris Rock didn't come back. They had to get somebody else to finish hosting it. So that in itself makes me believe that it wasn't a PR stunt, because he wouldn't even come back on the stage. So I can understand looking at it. If it did come out that it was a PR stunt, it would be easy to believe, but I don't believe that that's a PR stunt, because like, you know. But I get what you're saying. It just don't make sense that it would be fake and he wouldn't come back to host it.
And that's very true. And then Will Smith started crying after that. So
he's an actor.
I don't think this was a PR stunt. I don't. I'm
Girl,
sorry.
Come on.
I mean, I get it. Listen, I completely listen. I'm gonna just make my piece, and I'm gonna let y'all continue your conversation.
Y'all love you, but I know
because
I
agree
on a lot of the things that you say.
The natural reaction for us is to sit here and say what everybody is saying. Wow, that really just happened. But you gotta really pay it.
No, not everybody. It's not days later. Though.
Everybody on this.
Listen, honey, it's not days later. It's just now. So Deb came on just when it ended. It just happened. We formed our opinion by watching it. So if you didn't watch it, you don't have.
I did. I just watched it with you just now, and I watched it before I got on here. I understand y'all. I do. And this is what they're looking for. They're looking for this. I get it.
And Miss All Day, I really hating the chat. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second, because I don't know who Truth is in this comment section, but Truth is really just trying. Sounds like a white chat. But Truth keeps on talking about this wig. Now, I don't like why. First of all,
what wig?
Don't nobody got to wear a wig because they're going through a health issue. So I don't know why you keep bringing up this wig, but she don't have to wear a wig to an award show to please you.
Thank you.
So you wear a wig. Leave her alone. Or anybody who's going through any health care, leave that alone.
Miss, I can't pronounce that first name. Underscore all day.
Anale. It's
and I'm a princess. Truth is disgusting.
Anale, yes.
Okay. I just want to say I really, really like you, because I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes if I'm stuck on my opinion, nobody can't say nothing to make me change my mind. So I respect you for standing on how you feel, even though a lot of people disagree with you.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to say that.
And
then there was somebody in the comments that was trying to make it seem like I can't remember the name, but they said something like so y'all just trying to make it seem like it's okay to go around slapping people. No, we're not saying that. We're not even saying that Will Smith was right.
He should have kept his senses.
It was wrong that he did that, and it was unprofessional.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, we understand why he may have did it. Not saying that it's right. We just understand, because like I said, you can't just go and say certain things to certain people and decide on how they should react to it. It just don't work that way.
I mean, you're right, because I can imagine something like this on the streets. You know what I mean? Like, This is not what you do to people's wives. You don't do that. And I respect you so much for, respecting the fact that I stand my ground on this. I do appreciate that. And I love y'all so much. I know I got to get up in 4 hours. I love y'all. This is a great topic. Bro, you had like over 400 people in here chatting. You know that? We're going to talk about this tomorrow.
I know. I love you. I know we don't always agree on everything, but I did want to bring it because I know about your alopecia as well.
Yeah.
And I did want to at least bring those facts to this conversation. I knew you was going to take us left too.
Well, you always got to throw something in there, and I'm standing on how I feel about it because I know Hollywood. I just moved from LA, so I know how Hollywood moved. But I do want to say I respect all you ladies on here. Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate y'all letting me to bear my truth out here with my alopecia. But I still look good in my wigs. I love y'all.
Love you.
Hey,
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. That girl is a mess. But yeah, I don't even know where we go from here at this point. I had a timeout truth, y'all. She's on he or she is in a 5-minute timeout. I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, people have selective outrage. It's funny that, Will need to be this and that because he walked up there and smacked Chris defending his wife, but you're okay with your government sanctioned offing people and other countries and things like that. Like, I was in the military. I mean, I was sent to go off people, but you're okay with that. That's fine. But oh my God, a slap.
And to make matters even worse, a lot of the people that's so mad and act like Will Smith just did the worst, a lot of these same people are the same ones who was in these people establishments acting a fool, tearing up stuff because they had to put on a mask. Hello, somebody.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
And that's very true. Hello, Florida. But because that's where they was at.
But that was all I wanted to say too. So, Dale, thank you for bringing me up. I'm gonna drop back down.
I appreciate you for just stopping by, and I love you so much.
I love you too. I'll be in the comments. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Did y'all have anything else? Because I think that was it. I was just kind of a little outraged, so I wanted to come on.
No, I should have been
hours ago.
I do want to end this live up with this, and I stand by this. We protect all Black women at all costs. Period. I don't care what she had. She had the flu in her hair; it fell out. This was inappropriate for me. And she had a cold. She had a little itch on her butt. It was inappropriate. And I feel like Chris Rock should know better. And people have commented in this chat so many times about him doing that special about Black women's hair. But you don't understand that this was inappropriate. To me, I feel like it's just bizarre. And Chris Rock, they need to reprimand him, blackball him as Black people in the industry if he feel that was okay.
I agree.
Well,
and the chat.
I'm not really for the cancel culture. I feel like
I'm being extreme, but I'm just saying.
I just feel like the people in the chat, you're hiding behind this little keyboard. Get up and say your piece, or don't say anything at all. You're being really disrespectful to SoDeb's platform. If that is your thought, then voice that to the Academy. Okay, we're having a simple discussion about what occurred with 2 people, 3 people actually at the Oscars, and that's it. Okay, thanks.
Right. And we were supposed to be canceling them a long time ago. So I mean, the Black people showed up because Beyonce was there. Shout out to Beyonce. Her performance was amazing, by the way. I got to shout out Beyonce.
Yes, and her crew with her, gigantic diamond engagement. Go ahead, Beyonce. Yes,
I so enjoyed her performance. And shout out to Will Smith for at least winning his award, even though he's met Chris Rock during the awards. He still got his award.
That's gangster. He still got an award.
And Lil Blue was in there. Did you guys see her?
Yes, Lil Blue, and she did some little choreography and everything. I was like, "Oh, hey, girl,
so
you
cute."
do your thing.
Yep.
So I appreciate you, Cotty and Cindy, for showing up today. This was an amazing conversation. Um,
No problem. You know, I'll show up when I can.
Absolutely. And I know Cindy's always going to come out. Cindy is always here on time.
Oh, thank you, honey.
So I definitely appreciate you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys down and end this live. If you guys are tuning in late, go ahead and comment in the comment section. If you have anything, if you feel a type of way about what we talked about, absolutely comment in the comment section. I have no problem with that. My opinion is my opinion, and everybody else on the platforms is their opinion as well. We don't own anybody's opinions about anything. So I definitely want to express how I felt on my platform about everything that happened. Again, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please join my tribe and step on my side to go ahead and subscribe. Like the video, share the video, comment below, turn on notifications to get notified every time I go live. And I will see you guys tomorrow because we're doing something tomorrow. Bye, y'all.